Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my everyday, super easy, full coverage, this list goes on and on, foundation routine. I'm so excited. I'm obsessed with skin and making my skin look the best that I can when I'm doing my foundation, and I've finally gotten a routine down that really just works, photographs well, lasts all day, looks amazing, pays my bills, breakfast in bed, all of the above. So I'm just kidding. So if you want to see how I do my face makeup pretty much every day, then please keep watching. Alright guys, let's jump right into everything. I'm going to start by putting my hair back because I got the weave in today and we do not want to deal with that. So I just want my hair out of my face, and I'm going to start by, I've already moisturized with the Tatcha water gel. I put this on about 30 minutes ago. This is a great moisturizer for underneath makeup. And now I'm going to prime with the IT Cosmetics number 50 serum. It says serum. It is a anti-aging primer, and I love, love, love this primer. It's super, not even like hydrating. It's good for all skin types, so it feels so good. So I just put that on as well. And then I actually like to spray my face with this Caudalie Beauty Elixir. I am obsessed with this. It smells so good. So I have super dry skin, and this just sort of gets everything nice and moist and ready to go. So I got that on, and now I'm going to jump right into foundation. Because I have a spray tan on, which is why my face is maybe 100 shades darker than my body, I am using two foundations to get that to the same color as the rest of my skin. So I use the NARS Sheer Glow. This is in Syracuse. Really good foundation. And then this NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. I know it's not good to use like opposing foundations, one that's matte and then a sheer glow, but this is not dark. This one is not dark enough, and I use like the tiniest drop of this velvet matte one. And by the way, this one is in Cusco, so I use like the teeny tiniest drop, so barely any. But without this, it's too light, and I put that on the back of my hand, mix it real good, and then I start on the perimeters of my face because that is where it would be the most noticeable if I don't blend it. I'm going to take an IT Cosmetics foundation brush, stiffling brush, and just stiffle into the skin. And I really, really, really just focus on the outer part of my face. This brush is a little dry, so whenever that happens, this is like a serious dry skin problem. If you're oily, you would never deal with this. I will sometimes take the Beauty Elixir and spray a couple times on my brush if I feel like it's not blending out enough. If I really, really, really am dry that day, I'll use a couple drops of the Josie Marin Argan Oil. I'm not too dry, but if I'm really, really, really dry, I'll do that. I try not to bring the foundation right underneath my under eye, but I do like to get the nose area as well. I'm really, really hoping that this lighting does not look as orange, or is making me look as orange as I am appearing in the monitor here. Otherwise, I guess I just have to accept the fact that I'm going to be an Oompa Loompa today. But it's fine because I use so much concealer, so you guys are going to see what I do there. So I'm just blending out. I kind of look like manic right now, like blending so quick, but when you have super dry skin like I do, you have to work really, really, really quickly with the product, because I find if I'm not quick with blending, I'll get patches like super easily. Okay, so we got the foundation on, and now I'm going to use this Becca, I'm going to show you guys this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I am obsessed with this. It's so good, and I just take this little Real Techniques, like tiny little concealer brush, and I just put it right underneath. I love this stuff, you guys. It's so good. If you have super, super dark circles, or you just like a really, really bright under eye, you need this in your life. Sometimes during the summer when I'm tan, I haven't been tanning this summer, but usually when I'm like naturally tan on my own, I would just be able to use this without any other concealer. It's so pretty. So I take that underneath my eye. I'm going to take my Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to pat this into the under eye, just back and forth. And I like it because it's not super thick. It's basically like a primer for your under eye concealer. This is when I'm doing like full glam, full beat, and this really makes all of the difference. I used to think it was, I don't know, I didn't know if it was worth the hype, but it is. To move on, and I kind of jump into, I'm annoying, I kind of jump around, but I am now going to spot conceal any blemishes on my face. So normally I would use the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. This is in Biscuit, but I am pretty much all out of this. I don't know if I even have enough to use in this video. Let's find out, guys. Let's see. So I take like the tiniest bit and just put it directly on top of my blemish, and this is such a good concealer. I know people love this. This is one of my favorite concealers of all time for covering blemishes. I haven't ever tried it for like under eye or anything, but it's really, really good. It's really thin and light, but it covers so, so well. So I don't have enough to use for the rest of my face, so I'm going to use the RMS concealer, which is very, very similar. This is like a cheaper alternative. Same thing. I hope this is the same. And I'm just spot concealing my face. And then patting that in with my finger. Just anywhere you want to cover. And just super lightly patting that in. To the skin. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump right back to the under eye, and I actually use two concealers for the under eye. I use the Tarte Shape Tape and the NARS Creamy Concealer, both of which I love. So I start with the Tarte Shape Tape because it's a little bit thicker, and I just do the areas that I want to highlight. Down my nose, and then I bring it all the way down. A little bit on my chin. And then I blend out. I actually don't use my Beauty Blender, the same Beauty Blender that I used for the Becca. I use this Japanese-esque, I think that's how you say it, their Beauty Blender. Just because I don't like getting too much product on my blenders. I find they get so cakey and my makeup looks a lot cakier when I do that, so I try and use a different blender for my under eye. And around the pore area, I kind of do like a back and forth motion like this, I find that it fills my pores much better. If you have large pores like me, then this is like a good little technique that I learned from Nakia Joy's videos.
And then I take the NARS Creamy Concealer right on top. This is in Marin Glass. Marin Glaze. I swear I need glasses, you guys. And I just dot right where I always have the most darkness, which is right here. Taking the same blender, I just tap tap tap. It's a super light layer because I find that the heavier the concealer and the foundation, the cakier it looks, the more greasy and like just wet and oily it looks, and I don't really like that look. So it's all about just doing super thin layers. Bringing it down. I got a lot of redness here, so just blending that. And then while everything is still
Sort of fresh and we're just blending it, I'm gonna go ahead and bake I cannot talk today. Right underneath the eyes, I'm gonna use the RMS Beauty powder, and this is in the Tinted Unpowder in 01. It looks like this. This is one of the best powders, you guys, and I am a baking whore. I love baking my face. So I pour a little bit of that into the lid. I'm going to make sure everything is blended out. I'm gonna pick up a damp Real Techniques. This is a totally separate blender. I use this solely to pick up the powder. It's damp, and put it right underneath the eyes. I bring it all the way down. And onto my forehead. Okay, so I'm gonna let this bake for 3 minutes. This is usually when I do my eyebrows and my lips, and then I will come right. Okay guys, I'm back. I just wiped away the bake, and the way that I like to take it off after 3 minutes is I just take the same blender that I used to apply it with, and I literally just press it into the skin. And that's all I did. I did my eyebrows and I lined my lips. I don't know what color lipstick I want to do, so moving right back along. Sometimes I will cream contour after I wipe the bake away. I don't always, but I figured I would just show you guys how I do it if I do decide to. So this is the Fenty Beauty foundation stick. This is called the Match Stick, and this is in Truffle. And I would just like dot along where I want to contour. A little bit on my forehead. And that's pretty much it. I like to use this one powder bronzer, so I'm not going to do my cheeks, but I will take a blender. Again, a separate blender, just because you don't want to get, if you use separate blenders, then you won't have to worry about getting like a dark contour on your under eye blender, you know? So it's just easier that way. So this is already damp, and I'm just patting it into my skin. I used to use a Real Techniques brush, like a brush like this, but I found that it made my skin look patchy, and I didn't like it. The trick with the Fenty Beauty that you want to do is you don't want it to be, like, you literally just want to do one swipe. Because in the beginning I was doing like multiple swipes, and it was way too dark. So just do one. I try and work with this pretty quickly as well. So just bouncing it. All the way into the hairline. Like so. Okay, so now I want to warm up my face. I'm going to go in with this terracotta bronzer. Looks like this. This is called the Sun Trio, and it smells, oh my gosh, you guys, I can't even tell you. It smells so good. It is the best bronzer I've ever used in my life. And I'm picking it up on this Sigma 480. It's the large contour. Just a little. And just warming up my face. I'll also bring this down my neck. And then I'm going to go in with my blush. I'm not going to highlight today. I'm going to go in with this MAC blush in Spring Sheen. And I'm kind of obsessed with this blush, you guys. It's so pretty. I used to use it years ago, and I just recently fell in love with it. So, again. So I'm just picking this up, and I like to do my blush super high so that it looks like I have higher cheekbones. Then I'm going to set my entire face with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Setting Powder. It looks like this. I use the color medium. I'm going to pick this up on a MAC 135 and just, I don't drag it. I used to do that and it would mess up all my makeup. All my hard slaving away, just so everything looks even. And natural and blended and beautiful. So now that we have all of that on, this is when, if you're gonna do highlighter, you could do highlighter now. I'm gonna skip highlighter today. So I'm just gonna finish off by setting my entire face with the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. Again, I'm obsessed with this stuff, you guys. It smells so good. So hold it not too close because you don't want wet marks on your face. And I actually try not to talk while this stuff is drying. So I am now going to move on to my eyes, and I will see you guys when I'm all